Chapter 6. Welcome to another episode of our podcast series, where we explore the wisdom of the ages through the lens of modern urban living. Today, we dive into Chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most profound and timeless scriptures of ancient India. The Bhagavad Gita is a philosophical and spiritual text that consists of 18 chapters, and it is widely regarded as one of the greatest works of literature ever written. It contains a conversation between Lord Krishna, the incarnation of the divine, and Arjuna, a warrior prince, who is facing a moral dilemma on the battlefield. The discourse takes place in the midst of a great war. But it is more than a historical account of a battle. It is a universal message that is relevant to people of all ages and cultures. Chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita is titled Dhyana Yoga, which means the yoga of meditation. In this chapter, Lord Krishna teaches Arjuna about the practice of meditation and the benefits it can bring to the mind and soul. The chapter is divided into 47 verses, and each verse contains a deep insight into the nature of the self, the mind, and the universe. To understand the essence of Chapter 6, we must first understand the concept of yoga. Yoga is a Sanskrit word that means union or connection. It is a spiritual practice that aims to unite the individual self with the universal self or the divine. Yoga is not just a physical exercise. It is a holistic system that involves the body, mind, and spirit. In Chapter 6, Lord Krishna explains that the ultimate goal of yoga is to attain inner peace and equanimity. He says, "One who is attached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life, and he is the true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no work." This means the true yoga is not about renouncing the world or abstaining from action, but rather performing one's duties without being attached to the results. Lord Krishna introduces the practice of meditation as a means to achieve this inner peace. He says, when the mind is fixed on the self and one is freed from the sense of duality as well as from the sense of happiness and distress in material existence, meditation is a way to focus the mind and turn it inward, towards the self. By doing so, one can transcend the dualities of life, such as pleasure and pain, and attain a state of equanimity. Lord Krishna goes on to explain the practical aspects of meditation, such as the posture, the breathing, and the focus. He says, one should hold one's body, neck, and head erect in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Thus, with an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me within the heart and make me the ultimate goal of life. This means that one should sit in a comfortable and stable posture, focus on the breath, and direct the mind towards the divine. But Lord Krishna also warns Arjuna about the challenges of meditation. He says, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. And to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. The mind is like a wild horse that needs to be tamed, and meditation is the tool to do so. However, it requires discipline, patience, and perseverance. Lord Krishna concludes the chapter by emphasizing the importance of practicing meditation regularly and consistently. He says, thus, by constantly engaging in devotional service to me, the yogi whose mind is fixed on me attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. The key to success in yoga and meditation is to have a single-minded focus on the divine and to cultivate devotion to it. So, what does this ancient wisdom have to offer to modern urban dwellers? In a world that is increasingly fast-paced, stressful, and disconnected, the practice of meditation can offer a much-needed respite. It can help us cultivate inner peace, clarity, and balance amidst the chaos of daily life. It can also help us connect with our true selves and with something greater than ourselves, whether we call it the divine, the universe, or simply love. Moreover, the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita can inspire us to approach our work, relationships, and responsibilities with a new perspective. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, and by detaching ourselves from the fruits of our actions, we can reduce the stress and anxiety that often comes with modern living. We can also develop a sense of service and devotion to a higher cause, whether it is to our community, our family, or the planet. In conclusion, Chapter 6 of the Bhagavad Gita offers a profound and practical guide to the practice of meditation and the attainment of inner peace. It reminds us that yoga is not a mere physical exercise, but a holistic system that involves the body, mind, and spirit. It teaches us to focus on the process rather than the outcome, and to cultivate detachment and devotion. These timeless teachings can offer us a valuable roadmap to navigate the challenges and opportunities of modern urban living. Thank you for listening, and we hope you will join us for our next episode. Chapter 7. Welcome to another episode of our podcast, where we explore the wisdom and teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. Today, we'll be diving into Chapter 7, one of the most profound and enlightening chapters in this ancient text. As you may know, the Bhagavad Gita is a timeless masterpiece that has been passed down through the ages. It's a spiritual guide that can help us navigate the complexities of life and understand our true purpose. Chapter 7 is particularly fascinating because it delves deep into the nature of God and the universe. So what can we learn from this chapter? Well, for starters, it begins with a powerful statement from Lord Krishna himself. He declares that he is the ultimate reality, the highest truth, and the source of everything in existence. This may seem like a bold claim, but as we dive deeper into the chapter, we'll begin to see why Krishna is considered the supreme being. Krishna explains that there are two types of people in the world, those who are ignorant of the truth and those who are knowledgeable. The ignorant are driven by their desires and are caught up in the cycle of birth and death. They are attached to the material world and are unable to see beyond it. On the other hand, the knowledgeable are those who have realized the true nature of the universe. They understand that everything in existence is a manifestation of the divine, and that the ultimate goal of life is to achieve union with the divine. Krishna goes on to explain that there are 4 types of people who seek him out. First type is those who are in distress and are looking for a way out. The second type is those who are seeking wealth and material success. The third type is those who are seeking knowledge and wisdom. And the fourth type are those who are seeking pure devotion and love. Krishna tells us that all 4 types of people are worthy of his grace and blessings. However, those who seek pure devotion and love are the most dear to him. This is because they have transcended the material desires and have dedicated themselves fully to the divine. As we continue through the chapter, Krishna reveals more about the nature of God and the universe. He tells us that everything in existence is a manifestation of his divine energy. This energy is present in all things, both animate and inanimate. Krishna also explains that there are two paths we can take in life, the path of knowledge and the path of devotion. The path of knowledge is for those who are seeking to understand the true nature of the universe. They seek to understand the workings of the world and the underlying principles that govern it. The path of devotion, on the other hand, is for those who are seeking a personal relationship with the divine. They seek to connect with God through prayer, meditation, and devotion. This path is for those who want to experience the divine directly rather than just understand it intellectually. Krishna concludes the chapter by reminding us that everything in existence is temporary. The material world is constantly changing and evolving, and nothing lasts forever. The only thing that is eternal is the divine. By seeking union with the divine, we can transcend the material world and achieve true freedom and liberation. In conclusion, Chapter 7 of the Bhagavad Gita is a profound and enlightening exploration of the nature of God and the universe. It teaches us that everything in existence is a manifestation of the divine, and that our ultimate goal in life should be to achieve union with the divine. Whether we seek knowledge, wealth, or pure devotion, we are all worthy of Krishna's grace and blessings. So let us strive to live a life that is dedicated to the divine, and let us seek union with the ultimate reality. Thank you for listening to today's episode. We look forward to sharing more of this wonderful work with you. Until then, stay amazing.